Hi guys, Gretchen with Namaste and Play here. So this is your intro to vibrational healing, and we're going to start with the most common and most, I don't know, like aware, the one that you're probably most aware of. So sound bath healing. I'm going to flip over to my notes. This is actually from my textbook, the textbook that I'm writing for my courses. So, sound healing, in its most basic definition, is allowing the sound to wash over you and do its thing, right? That's like super simple. Just literally let it wash over you. I mean, different songs spark different things in you. Some songs you listen to when you're mad, you want to release things. Some songs you listen to, they make you so happy. Other songs make you cry because they make you think of something that's happened. The sound really evokes that emotion. So, what is actually happening is so much cooler. The entire world is energy, and we're going to get into this with the quantum physics part. And yes, this is knowledge you need for trauma healing, quantum physics. The entire world is energy moving at different levels. This includes us. We are energy moving at different levels, and we'll get further into that with the quantum physics. Energy changes based on its environment. In sound healing, we work with the vibrations of the sound, the water in your body, the cell structures, and the energies that are restructuring the cells and getting the vibrations all to return to homeostasis. Homeostasis means nice and level. Um, the sounds that come from our instruments, our sound bowls, our drums, our didgeridoos if you're a male, chimes, bells, maracas, steel tongue drums, guitars, anything, any of these instruments. Your voice is also an instrument. The sound that comes from our instruments get our bodies to vibrate at a healthier level, lowering the hormones that keep us stressed out and in fight, flight, freeze, and not allowing us to go into rest and restore mode. We really can't even get a good night's sleep sometimes. So sound baths help restore those hormone centers. And when those hormone centers are restored and they're functioning at homeostasis and they're not overproducing those fight, flight, freeze hormones, that allows other systems to heal faster because with the overproduction of the stress hormones, we introduce inflammation into our body. And if you've listened to any of my herbal or medicinal videos at all, you will know this is a familiar chant. The body will always, always deal with inflammation before anything else. So getting those hormones to chill, to, not stress you out literally, will also take a lot of that inflammation out of your body, which leaves you room to repair physically and mentally a lot faster. Sound baths have been used in ancient civilizations to repair physical and spiritual diseases. Music healing has been around for the earliest recording was 40,000 years ago. Likely sound vibration, music, and healing have been around as long as people can hum or even just make a sound. All right, so let's get into the quantum physics part of this. And this will go a lot with the water memory because you remember the water memory video, right? So these tools I feel will really help you with your trauma release a lot faster because you'll understand what's going on and you have more tools to use. You now know with the water memory that you not only need to be kind to your water, you need filtered water and you need to be drinking it because you need to be hydrated. A dehydrated body is not a healthy water body. And we're about 70% water, same as the Earth. Not a coincidence there, BT dubs. Oh, okay. Oh, I just switched back to my other slide. I didn't want to do that. Okay, so, no, will you please stop? Anyway, rhythms show up in many aspects of our lives. They affect the way we feel each day. They affect our moods and our attributes, even on a very personal basis. So with different personal disciplines click, even the language we use to communicate with each other delivers multiple meanings. Our words, our sound is a vibration. According to the fine tuning of the sound of the voice in our daily activities, we may sometimes find deep satisfaction, while at other times we're simply engaged in a boring routine. We're just going through the motions, right? perhaps without realizing, you drove home. You just drove home. So let's get on with the science behind music, vibration, and healing, beginning with the foundations of quantum physics. So pure energy, or the unified field, the matrix, the subatomic goodness at the core of it all. All right, scientific. I'm just going to read this. I'm going to read this slowly. Again, this is from my textbook for my sound bath healer certification course. Where did we go? Oh. Scientific experiments in quantum physics, particularly those at the European Organization for Nuclear Research, or CERN, at the Large Hadron Collider in Geneva, Switzerland, continue to demonstrate that once we break everything, books, beanbags, peoples, thumb drives that go flying, rocks, jewelry, coasters, everything. Once we break everything down, there's pure energy. When we get down to the subatomic level, we do not find matter. We don't find a solid substance. We find energy. Some call this the unified field, or the matrix. Others talk about pure potentiality, all being energy, being able to manifest and heal by getting your energy to vibrate to the other energies around you. So we talked about this a little bit earlier in the series with the trauma energies, and how when they get stuck, they get those cells to vibrate around them. It's the same thing, except for instead of a big trauma, all your cells, these little tiny cells, they're all these energies. They're going super fast. So if we are energy and we're moving super fast, then it stands to reason that we are our own song. We have our own sounds. We are not the same as anybody else. We should not do the same thing as anybody else to heal ourselves. We can use the same tools, but we are going to use them in a slightly different manner, right? Okay. So the vibrating field. This pure energy vibrates a field around it. A vibrating field of energy which attracts like a magnet and attaches to energy of the same vibrating frequency. Okay, reread that. A vibrating field of energy attracts and attaches to energy of the same vibrating frequency, which is why you've not been able to heal from your trauma, because it's attaching and attracting that same vibrating energy, because we've not released that trauma. If you're working on releasing that trauma, you probably have noticed a little bit of a break in some of those things that have been happening to you. Maybe you've noticed patterns appearing and you're just like, now pass. Okay? So the more vibrating energy that is compressed into this field of energy, the more intense the vibration becomes in that field. And the more likely that field is going to attract more like energies. So we have this vibration, we've attached and attracted more of that same energy to it, and we've attached and attracted more, and it's just compacting. It's compacting, and it's becoming basically just like pure trapped trauma. So we let it go, and we can do this with different releases, different trauma releases, vibrational release being one of them, dancing, doing sound baths, big yoga, those big hip movements that we spoke of. Hula hooping is amazing for it. Twerking is amazing for it. Yes, I know you probably make fun of people for twerking, but it's really good because it does those big vibrational releases, allows the blocked energy to move so we don't have this compacting energy. This is science that has proven this, okay? So the vibrating energy becomes so intense and so crowded with all of the like energies, eventually the energy field manifests into matter, particle by particle. So that also tells you that when you attract those really good energies and you slow them down and you compact them, you'll be able to actually manifest the future that you want by attracting and attaching those energies that you want. Okay. So the next is the illusion. A table may look solid and still, But within the table are billions and billions of subatomic particles running around and popping. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. But to our eye, tables look solid, right? Everything in this universe has its own vibrational frequency. It is the law of vibration in action. However, we cannot see it because it appears as a solid. This is actually an illusion. The frequency of perception of electromagnetic waves define what we can and cannot see within the visible spectrum of light. So all this energy is working around the spectrums of light. Another part of vibrational healing. You do need the light vibration too to heal, especially if you're a non-sleeper. You need to go outside, no sunglasses, no plastic, no glass, no nothing, and just let that sun hit your face, especially right here in that third eye point. When that sun hits your face, don't look at it. Don't be ridiculous and burn your retinas. Just let it hit your face. When that sun comes in through your eyes and through the third eye, that pineal gland, it feeds different vibrations, different light frequencies that you do not get when you're blocked behind glass and plastic. You get some of them, but you don't get the full effect. Now, when those feed into your pineal gland or your third eye, it enhances those energies, and it also reinstates that natural production of melatonin in your body, allowing you to come to sleep a lot easier. So very important with the spectrums of light that you're under as well, like a fluorescent light. They've shown that certain male plants can't grow under lights and female plants thrive and vice versa. So we're all a little bit different. Okay, however, at a different frequency, like an X-ray, the wooden object would suddenly appear like a sieve. All right, so back to the unified field. Every object in the universe moves and vibrates. Every object in the universe moves and vibrates, even those things that seem solid. This is moving and vibrating. This is moving and vibrating really fast. At one speed or another, nothing rests. Everything we see around ourselves is vibrating at one frequency or another, and so are we. All right, our frequency is different from the other entities in the universe. Hence, it seems like we are separate from what we see around ourselves. People, animals, plants, trees, and so on. We are not separate. We are, in fact, all living in a continuous ocean of energy. All of us are living in this ocean of energy, washing around us, washing through us, washing everywhere, this big ocean of energy. We are all connected at the highest level, or the unified field. Remember the unified field from the last page, when we took the breakdown of the cells, the middle of every single cell is not matter, but it's energy. So that unified field, you can call it the matrix, whichever you prefer. All right, frequency control is our next one. Frequency control. At the very leading edge of biophysics today, scientists are recognizing that the molecules in our bodies are actually controlled by these frequencies. What? You mean like 40,000 years ago when the Aborigine used sound and controlled frequency to immediately heal broken bones? You knew what they were doing? What? Cool. Wouldn't you rather go into somewhere to a healer, have them do some instruments and some toning on you and have your bones healed instantly instead of being casted up for like, what do they cast you for, like 6 weeks? However long they put you in casts? Anyway. Anywho's. All right, frequency control. So in 1974, Dr. Colin McClure, an Oxford University biophysicist, discovered the frequency of vibrating energy are roughly 100 times more efficient in relaying information within a biological system than physical signals, such as hormones and neurotransmitters. Other growth factors and chemicals. Dr. McClure was running his experiments and discovering this at a time when no one else was interested. He used Sherlock Holmes' logic and went the frequency or vibrational route. So Dr. McClure suffered from depression and took his own life in 1977 via cyanide. He recorded his experience while he was dying. If you want to look up Dr. McClure was really cool. It was very sad that he killed himself. Okay, so what does that tell us? That tells us that as we're using, we've released that trauma, right? We've released that big energy that we now know exists scientifically too. We've released it from our bodies. We know that the water in our body is programmable and we know how we want to program it, right? So how do we do it faster? With sound baths, of course. So sound baths are an amazing thing. When you're listening to songs that make you uplifted, listen to the lyrics. When you're listening to songs that make you feel, listen to the lyrics. Now, sound baths that I'm talking about are going to be sound bowls, gongs, steel-tongued drums, native flutes, Tibetan flutes, like, you get where I'm going, like all the hippie instruments, and we're going to learn how to play a good chunk of those on the next video. So if you have those, have them with you. We'll do them little by little. You'll learn how to play those, how to use them in your healing, and how to use them in your release. Especially my sound bowl players. I know sometimes sound bowls can be a little frustrating when you're new. So that means that the sound bath carries this information to our bodies 100 times faster than its own hormone center. So what that tells me is in my trauma healing, what I want to do is release my trauma, right? Release that trauma. I want to stay hydrated because I know what I want to program that water memory to. I now know that I'm very programmable because I'm water and I'm energy all over the place, right? And I know that that energy can release the crap that it has. I can start this new little energy ball saying, I'm like healthy, wealthy, wise, happy, all these things that like I'm this. And then I can use this sound, the water memory in my body, and I'm using this sound and I'm attracting this energy to me. I'm visualizing this energy. I'm visualizing me in this beautiful, healthy thing. I'm visualizing me in the future I want. I'm visualizing, even if I can't do that, I'm just visualizing me with a smile on my face. And if that's all I can take to bring to me right now, then that's what I'm bringing to me is more smiles, and I'm releasing all the other bullshit. So I can do this a lot faster if I'm listening to a sound bath. If I'm at a physical sound bath, even better, because I can feel those vibrations even more than if they're coming through the screen. And in addition to that, if I'm listening to like I ams, I can record those myself, right? Because I'm the only one who really knows my own personalized I ams. So really, I invite you to record your own and listen to them at the same time you're listening or at a sound bath, and feel those vibrations and allow that message to be pushed into your body 100 times faster than your hormone centers. So that will help you to heal and become who you want and manifest a lot faster than you have been, especially if you felt stuck. This may be the piece of the puzzle that you're missing, or one of the pieces if you want to take release the trauma that's built up into that vibrational energy. Get rid of that. Use that water energy. Use this vibrational. Use that sound bath. Use those words of affirmation, right? Use all of these tools. And in the byproducts, we settle those overproduction of those hormone centers. So we're automatically taking out stress. We're automatically taking out anxiety. When we're doing that and we're using all of this, and those hormone centers are resettling down into where they're supposed to be, guess what happens to your brain, doodles? It starts repairing. We're going to get into herbs that will help repair it faster, but your brain will start to repair. The dopamine, the serotonin, and the norepinephrine, that stuff will start to come online. You'll start to feel happy. You'll start to feel happy without having to self-medicate. Isn't that amazing? So here's like just another little tool that you needed for your trauma healing that you didn't know you needed. And the science behind it, so you actually know why it works in your body. So resonance, we're going to get into what is a resonance, which is literally what we've been talking about. When two frequencies are brought together, okay, so two frequencies are brought together, you're doing all this work, you're great, you're vibing high, you're starting to drag all these people to you, right? When two frequencies are brought together, there's a lower frequency, one of your friends who really is interested in what you're doing, really interested, not interested in knocking you down or telling you you're dumb, because you now have science and you have the scientific knowledge to say, hold up, boo, let me educate you. So this person who really wants to be around you, but they're vibrating a little lower because they haven't released a lot of that, guess what happens to them? You raise them up. Yeah. So when two frequencies are brought together, the lower will always rise to meet the higher. This is the principle of resonance. So when a piano is tuned, a tuning fork is struck, right? The tuning fork is struck and brought close to the piano string. It carries that same musical tone. The string then raises its vibration. The string raises its vibration automatically and attunes itself to the same rate at which the fork is vibrating. So these things that are not mechanical, don't have batteries, aren't solar powered, a tuning fork, ding, you hold it next to a string, and the string itself raises its vibration. These are things without consciousness, right? So imagine what you can do consciously for your vibration to raise it if these things are doing it automatically. Your body is automatically raising its vibration when you're around those that have higher vibrations than you, right? That's what happens when we release ego, when we release control. When even though we know we're a badass healer, but we know we can learn from other people, I literally will never ever balk at a manager because they're younger than me. Just because they're younger doesn't mean I can't learn. They've had different experiences. You can always learn. So when you're around higher vibrational people, you feel it and your vibrations raised immediately. All right, the string then raises its vibration. All right, did you read that information? A piano that has no discernible consciousness will attune itself to the resonance of a fork. It intentionally vibrates to the same frequency as the tuning fork. That is my introduction to vibrational healing for you guys today. I know I threw a lot of science at you, but it does give you the information, and when we know better, we do better. We now know you have the science to back it up, to reaffirm that you are on the correct path. And tomorrow we're going to have the intro to how to play our sound instruments, our vibrational healing instruments. We're going to go through, I'm going to look around real quick. We'll go through crystal bowls. We'll go through Tibetan bowls. We will go through chimes and rattles. A frog, I do have a wooden frog, steel tongue drum. I know I have a shaman drum, rain stick, ocean drums. I believe that's all, but if you have other things, please bring them with you, and maybe one will relate to the other, and if not, then shoot me a message in the comments section and I will help you. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're enjoying your healing journey, not only as a person who is healing, but as a person who will likely heal others with this information. And I really hope you geeked out on the science slash metaphysical, because, you know, science is pretty magical if you get down to the quantum physics of it all, isn't it? Anyway, you know where to find me for the rest of this series. Hit that subscribe button for me. And until next time, namaste.